Here with Ben Boldt to preview the 2020 Concordia volleyball season, which, as we record this, only about a couple weeks away from the first official match of the season. We all know it's been a unique off-season and preseason getting ready this year, but how satisfied have you been just early in this preseason with how your players have met the challenges that you put in front of them?
They've come in and worked really hard, and that's really the biggest thing I think that we're asking of them right now. As far as the protocols and all the new stuff, they are open and willing to do just about anything that they can to get out on the court. So as far as that's gone, it's gone very smoothly. They've really worked hard at putting themselves in a position to even have the opportunity to be out there. And when we get on the court, it's awesome. It's a great feeling to be out there and feel the connection, and the work ethic has been really good so far.
And look back at a fun 2019 season that you had. How did that impact just the attitude entering the off-season and as they got back on campus this August?
I think it certainly built some confidence for our players and our returners. And really, we have a couple of core values that our team has embraced and has come up with as a team. And that one is being connected and being resilient. And I think that the resilient one kind of comes into play on the 2019 season, how that pertains to this season. So it's a new year. Anything that comes at us, we want to be resilient in it. We want to get a next ball mentality. We want to be positive through any challenges that come our way.
And I know doing the little things is part of, I guess, taking another step as a program.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about what that means a little bit, but how has that approach continued to, I guess, develop in preseason?
Yeah, so our motto this year is little things, and we're doing our best to really come up with as a team how to define that right now. I think for me is figuring out really at the core of who you are is the little things. Who are you even when nobody's watching? Are you going to go all the way to the line on a rep? Are you going to finish your move? Are you going to reach out to somebody? If they're having an off practice or something like that. So I think all those things when you add those things up, they can really put you in position to have big moments. So when we break down huddles as a group in our team, I say little things and our team says big moments. So hopefully we can build on those things and put ourselves in a position to have big moments out on the court.
It certainly seems like there's a lot of, I guess, confidence and trust in each other that's been built up over the last couple years. And you've got a lot of familiarity with returners and all that, but what is that level of trust like between each other?
Again, something that we try to define. That's one of the coaches' set core values is having trust. And for us, it's them trusting that we're going to give them everything they got, everything we got. And also, that's trust that they're going to give us everything that they got. And to be put in that position over and over again, and the more we do it, the more confident that we get at it, the better connection that we have relationship-wise. Something that we've built up over the last couple of years, and we're really excited with where we're at right now. And this is a new year, a new team, a different team. We're going to look different, and it's going to come down to people who are most consistent. And you talk about trust. That's a big part of that equation. So.
Well, like you said, have a lot back. One of those big losses is Emmy Noyd, who was a All-American, the first one for the program that's been either first, second, or third team for a while. I'm sure there are a lot of people that could replace that production, but how do you see that kind of coming along and replacing her?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we're going to look a little bit different. I think that we'll be able to be a little bit more balanced across the front row and pick up the production that she was lost. There's going to be a middle competition to replace that spot, and we're putting them out there, and they're being big in the moment right now. So that's the biggest thing that we can ask of them. I mean, we're gonna continue to put them in positions and get a lot of reps and figure out really who can step in that second middle role. And the pins that we have returning, they got a lot of experience, and I mean, they still got to bring it every day too. So we're figuring out that whole piece right now.
Just talking a little bit about a couple other players that got a lot of, I guess, postseason awards after a great year for the team. But looking at Tara Callahan, obviously she's played a ton of college volleyball at this point in her career. But right now, what can you say about where she is compared to when you maybe first saw her?
That's a good question. I mean, she's a veteran now. She's been through 2 seasons with us. She's had national level competition now. I think for her, she doesn't let that get to her head, and I think that she's embracing this mentorship role within our team, and really bringing what she's learned in her time and teaching that to the newcomers, and just leaving a legacy. I think that she's going to be who she is, and we're gonna continue. She's going to be an extension of who we are out on the coaching sideline, and I mean, we talk about a lot of different situations, and so definitely somebody that we'll lean on for sure.
Well, Cameronopper, GPAC Freshman of the Year last year, so she certainly stepped in and was pretty good right away. What difference do you see, when someone like her goes from freshman to sophomore year, as she's doing?
Yeah, I mean, kind of the same type of story. She's got a year under her belt. She knows what it's like to go through a season. By the end of their freshman year, we don't really even consider them freshmen anymore, because they've been through a full season. So now Cam's been able to, have whatever the off season was, and had opportunity for herself just to kind of get better on her own. And now that we're back here, it's hitting the ground running. So she's going to be a player that will take swings for us. She'll be a player that passes the ball for us. So she's kind of got a hand in everything. Again, consistency, I think, and being resilient for her is going to be something that, and not just for Cam, but just something that is going to be telling for this season. So we're excited about where we're at again, and I think that we just we want to get out there and see where we're at.
Well, you certainly get a good idea of where you're at when you go through a GPAC schedule, and then you get to play on the national stage as you did last year. Are there areas you feel like you can tighten up or can improve upon to even have a chance to go to even I guess higher levels?
Yeah, well, I mean, nothing's ever perfect, right? That's why we keep practicing and trying to get more consistent. I think that our setter hitter connection can always continue to be sharp and tight, and block and defense is a big thing that we are hitting on every day. So just coordinating our block, coordinating our defense, and creating opportunities for us to transition and score points. That I think is going to be a big part of, especially how you start off. When that's tight, I think that we can work on. We can say go for the big swing. And we can err on those things. I don't necessarily mind that because we want to go for it. But we've got to be tight on things that we can control. Attitude, effort, communication, those are things that we can control. And just being tight systems-wise, we're gonna hit deep block and defense a whole lot.
Is it different, I guess, the way you manage through a season when you have a little bit lighter regular season schedule like this year? How does that change things, if at all?
Well, we're getting ready for our season opener on September 5th versus Baker, and that'll be a good test. I think that we'll figure out. We can work on everything that we can in practice, but then somebody throws something different at you, and it's like, okay, we gotta figure this stuff out. So after that first match, we head straight into conference play. So we know exactly what conference is like. It's a grind, and we're really looking forward to that. We say standing goal since we've been here is to compete for conference championships. And when we think about how we approach every day, we want to approach it at that level, at a GPAC conference championship level. So we're excited about that opportunity, and we're going to put ourselves in the mindset to really hit that conference schedule with a championship mentality. What have been your, I guess, observations about the GPAC now that you've seen it a couple years through? I think it has a reputation as being about as high a level as you can get around, I guess D3 or NAIA D2. It's right up there with those schools. When you're talking competition, Angie and I we've been at a couple of different levels. We coached at Iowa in the Big Ten, and as far as competition goes, I feel that the level of play in the Big Ten, level of competition in the Big Ten, and the level of competition in the GPAC are very similar. You can't take a night off. And the best teams in the Big Ten are competing for national championships. The best teams in the GPAC are competing for national championships, and it's a fun conference to be in. It's going to get the most out of you. It's going to stretch you, and it's fun. It's why we play the game. Mm-hmm. How many times did you have to kind of tear up or rewrite your preseason plan as you got ready for this? About 4 or 5, yeah. We've been fairly consistent with the NAI. I think the NAI has done a really good job of saying, all right, hey, we started, our practice date was August 15th. Our first date of competition is September 5th, and there have been some different protocol things that have come out. So we've had to change, just tweak some things before we've been able to play. But we've had a plan which it's way different than previous years. We've been able to have 2-a-days, and kind of have a set schedule for about 2 weeks before before classes start. This year, we haven't been able to have practice. We just we were able to come in and do some strength and conditioning a couple of days before school. Then school starts, and we can't practice until after that first week of school. So it's been different, but it's been kind of a fun puzzle to figure out. But we're teaching right now. We're in a big teaching phase. And we're kind of shifting to this execution phase where we need to really improve that.